Red Moon Demon by Morgan Blayde. Copyright 2012. Morgan Blayde. Acknowledgements to those who helped along the way: Sally Ann Barnes, Denny Grayson, Carolyn Williams, Dave Murray, Chris Crow, Steve and Judy Prey, Jim Kazowski, Leo Little, Chris Smith, Betty Johnson, Raquel Perez, Maja, and Sally Jo Bisbee. Chapter 1. Hi. Read my book, or I'll hunt you down and kill you. I'm not joking. Cain Deathwalker. My eyes... Alright. My eyes slitted open as weight on the mattress tipped me sideways off my back. Claws eased the black silk sheet off my face. An oversized black leopard stared with hungry yellow eyes. I felt no fear. I didn't know why the spirit beast had moved in years ago, other than she liked my liquor. But we'd happily become family. Everyone else was potentially an unhappy meal. I growled, "Let me sleep, jackass. It's not even dark out. Besides, this bed's reserved for sexual conquests, and I don't do cats. Now, if you were able to turn into a human female..." "In your dreams!" Her gruff voice echoed off the flat oak headboard and the bare black walls of my bedroom. "Really, Cain, you need to get ready for work." "Work's highly overrated." "Don't make me drool on you. You're pissing me off, Leona." "Yeah, but you really don't mind because I'm so adorable." The sleek leopard lashed her tail and flashed clenched fangs at me. I sighed. "Always freaking great to see a feral grin first thing in the evening." Rolling off the bed, I padded naked to the kitchen, with her slinking at my heels. My glance went to the gray granite counter, where a metal tree held assorted cups ready for use. Next to this sat the coffee maker, its timer activated. A few minutes separated me from bliss. I went into the smoke-tinted glass table by the kitchen's bay window. The micro blinds were gunmetal gray and shut tight. I opened them and looked out to the blue Pacific. Its streaked center was fire-red dazzle, glazed by the setting sun. I settled into a padded chair, waiting for the brewing to end. Leona bitch slapped the second chair out of her way, squatted on her haunches where it had been. Her head level with mine, she expected to be served a cup, too. Though she wouldn't drink anything but fresh blood, she liked the smell of steaming coffee. It reminded her of the Amazon jungle. I said nothing about my poor abused chair, appreciating an attack cat willing to eat anyone breaking into my house. A thought occurred to me. "Hey, Leona, how'd you know about my job today?" "Well, you know, that asswipe demon you call old man, who desperately needs a hooker or some kind of life." The coffee maker sputtered in indignation, offended on behalf of my adopted father. I went to get some brew. "Yeah?" "He's been in your office for an hour, bending my ears all over your many failures, as if I care," Leona said. I grunted at the news, filling 2 cups, taking them back to the table. The leopard spirit took a whiff and closed her eyes in aromatic ecstasy. Old man, better known as Lafaram in the ancient texts, was one of the few pure-blooded Atlantean demons left. 7 foot, built like Mr. Universe, with winding scars and nautical-themed tats decorating his powder blue body. He followed a somewhat twisted code of chivalry and honor, chaotically good instead of evil most of the time, anyways. A legend among his peers, Old Man was the closest thing to a father I'd ever had. He'd raised me when my parents abandoned me on some long-forgotten pagan altar. I understand they'd been dropping acid at the time. I took a bracing sip of coffee. Smooth, rich. Carefully, I put my cup down and pushed to my feet. I strode from the kitchen, through the living room, using voice commands and a little magic to open up the windows and turn on the lights along the way. The next room I entered had once been a family room until I had improved it with a massive quantity of alcohol. My house was a plus size, 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, 2 living rooms, separated by a dining room. The whole place was a gift from a client. When I was 15, I saved a Hollywood lawyer's whole family from a Sumerian fertility demon that had been summoned without a proper offering. The lawyer had been grateful until I'd asked for his house in payment. I got the house with only a little fuss. People see you kill a demon while wearing an unwavering smile, they don't say no. Of course, being a minor at the time, Law Farem's name was gone, had gone onto the deed. Jesus. I was almost 30, but passing for 21. Don't ask me how, but old man still hadn't signed over the property to me. When I asked about it, he only said I shouldn't have what I can't take proper care of. I think truthfully he was just a tight-fisted bastard. Not that I'd call him that to his face. I wasn't a spirit beast. I could still die. In the bar, I stared past the fireplace and the furniture huddled there, past the bookshelves, the desks, the long wall of windows, and the 12-foot bar complete with bar stools. No one's here. A hand I knew to be made of shadow whacked the back of my head, shoving it 6 inches forward. I pulled back to a vertical posture. You're fucking early, old man. Nope, that's not the voice I want to use. Let's see. Oh, don't cuss and put some pants on. Old man spoke with soft regality, but his eyes were red coals of smoldering rage. He thought my cursing a sign of poor upbringing and took it personally on being the upbringer. What? I went behind the bar, lined up 6 glasses, bottles of vodka and blue curacao, and added lemonade and lime juice from the miniature refrigerator under the bar. They were all for me. I may be an alcoholic, but I'm totally functional. Blending the alcohol, the lime juice, shaking well, and pouring through a strainer into a glass with ice gave me 3 blue kamikazes. Swapping lemonade for lime juice gave me 3 blue lagoons. I'd have gone for a blue orchid instead, but I was all out of cranberry juice. In another age, I'd have been a hell of an alchemist. I looked up to see the old man watching me work. I glowered at him. Hey, you tell Leona my business? Oh, you'll need her to help on this one. I found out more on the assassin. She's a kind of demon you've never faced before. Old man waved and a scroll materialized in a flash of blue flame that matched my drinks. The scroll hung midair, the yellow parchment looking older than the old man himself. He snagged the scroll and pried it open. I scowled. Every time you've pulled something out of your ass that looks that old, I get a new scar. I carried 2 kamikazes around the bar. Contaminated by the impulse of generosity, I handed over a drink. As if in payment, old man gave me the scroll. I opened it and studied a demon contract written in Japanese. In blood. I had no idea our clan collected contracts in Japan. Old man took a gulp and put the empty glass on the counter. He helped himself to a blue lagoon. Oh, thank you, he said. I thought it weird such a powerful demon both bothered with manners. Matter of fact, old man was the only demon I've ever heard say please, thank you, or anything nice at all. Now that I thought about it, there's only one time every demon mellows out, getting polite, when begging for their life at the tip of my sword. Old man said, "Oh, demons are demons. We go everywhere. There's plenty of Japanese demon, oni, yokai, call 'em what you will, that make contracts outside of Japan. Speaking of foreign demons, next time you send me after a Yukiona, make sure I don't know her in a biblical sense. And make sure the client's not a total tool." Old man lifted his shadow hand in a threatening manner. I held up a finger. Hey, Tool's not a cuss word. Put that hand away. Old man lowered his hand. His face writhed into a grin? How was... Well, how was I supposed to know you were friends with benefits and the client was a stalker with a demon fetish? Don't apologize to me, I said. Go next door and tell her. She still spits ice every time your name comes up. Instead of following my good advice, he drained the second glass and set it on the bar as well. Motion drew my attention to Leona entering the room. I smiled, waiting to hear her take on things. She used a grunting cough to get old man's attention. Lepra? Yup. You of all demons should know better than to judge a gal by her reputation. Put your thumb out of your sphincter and do a little thinking next time. Old man's face went shadow with his killing hand, but flickered back to its usual pasty blue as the impulse to kill left him. Though they argued frequently, I knew old man was quite fond of Leona, and vice versa. I handed him my untouched drink and went to get a few for me. Jesus. I threw them down quickly, savoring the taste. I set the blood contract on the bar, studying the writing, and tapped the parchment lightly. Okay, see here, we get paid every time the client calls on our clan for protection, but I have no idea how much. The old man used a too casual voice. Well, 50 kilos of gold. My eyes widened. I tried to figure out how many high-class hookers that would buy. About, a lot. I picked up a drink, slammed it back, draining it all, and set the glass down. I picked up the scroll with a great amount of reverence. 50 kilos? That's over 100 pounds. So what's my cut? Old man met my greedy stare. Well, 40%, and if you do a good job and don't let any of the client's family die, there might be a bonus. I slapped the bar with my free hand. Okay, old man, I'm in. Where are we going? Well, the job's in Los Angeles. The Kirishima family has a skyscraper downtown and has agreed to stay there until this blows over. It's better for us to deal with it in our own territory. A hint of worry appeared in old man's eyes as he handed over a business card with an address on it. By the way, the main target is the next heir of the family, Harakura Kirishima. Her father, Hiro Kirishima, will meet you at the address. I reached across the bar to take the card. Old man said, Please be nice and not your normal self. I grinned. Come on, I'm a perfect gentleman with a soul of sensitivity. Old man looked at Leona and then back at me. All you've done today is mix drinks. Like you didn't guzzle 2 of them, I pointed out, and strut around naked as dragon's lust. My face displayed mock confusion. I shrugged. So what's your point? He shook his head sadly. I should have beaten you more often. With a tiny bit of sympathy, Leona looked at old man. Don't blame yourself. He's just fucked sideways from the start. End of chapter 1. Please flip tape over. Oh, bad.